Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Grapeshot podcast. Welcome to, let's see here, the 7 Magi episode about the short story, The Gift of the Magi by O. Henry, published in the United States of America in the great year of our Lord, 1905. This is your host, Neil.
And I guess your co-host, James, not being an asshole for once.
I know. This is our great dichotomy, everybody.
There we go.
And the word and page count was 2,060 words and 4 pages.
About 4 pages. It depends on how you format it, of course.
I mean, do you usually just copy and paste it into Word? Or
No, I just divide by 500. That's about how much.
the usual length?
Yeah. Of course, your pages may vary.
Do you just move all your margins up to the very, very top?
I should do that on these. Let's see if I'm printing. Also, printing costs 15 cents a page now.
Yeah, I told you that.
I'm good. Yeah, you told me it was increasing. Not a whole 50%.
What are we gonna do?
Die, I guess.
So I should start consuming this paper then? Or?
There's no calories in paper.
Yeah, but I mean, fills it up.
It's not good for you. Just don't do it. 100% recommend, I guess. In any case, there's some notes about the author.
So yes.
You start reading them.
I'm sorry, I was kind of licking it, so it's all blurry now.
Don't lick the page.
Your notes are so tasty. All right, so the author out there was not, in fact, O. Henry.
No, apparently that's not a name. Who would have guessed?
Everyone's favorite Henry, Aloysius. He was formerly born as William Sidney Portner. Porter? Yes. Oh, he ported all the Portners. My apologies.
A Portner is not a thing.
Are we sure about that? All right. Sidney Porter was born on September 11th, 1862 in Greensboro, North Carolina, in the United Uncapitalized States of America.
Yeah, why didn't I blame Solomon?
Okay, there you go.
There you go.
You didn't believe the United States were a thing during the Civil War?
Nope. You know who? Solomon, Confederate. Can't rule it out.
Dirty Confederate.
Why are we employing him? We aren't. We don't make any money. This is his community service for his crimes committed during the Civil War.
And that's not even all the shit he did.
Yeah, he was the one guy that didn't get the pardon.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Okay, what could he have possibly done that could have been that bad? You decide.
Yeah, I'm going to leave that at home for the listeners.
There you go.
Okay.
So Porter's dad was Algernon.
Yeah.
Sorry, was that Algernon or Algernon?
I'm not going to correct you.
Yeah, I'll go with Algernon. Algernon sounds cooler.
Okay.
Algernon Sidney Porter, a physician.
Uh-huh.
And one of William Sidney's favorite books as a child was 1001 Nights.
Yeah.
And Burton's The Anatomy of Melancholy.
Yeah. Apparently that is not a book about melancholy. It is partially about that, but it's also about like physics and chemistry. It's like an almanac type of thing where it's full of useful facts and stuff. And it's also quite humorous.
Okay. Physicists actually had a sense of humor back then? Or?
They still do. Richard Feynman was, well, no, he's dead. He's super dead. Okay, there probably is at least one amusing physicist out there.
Okay, there you go. He's fucking doing all the stupid terms and stuff.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yes. Now let's see. William Sidney was
I think we're just going to call him O. Henry for the thing.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
O. Henry was a prolific short story writer and is generally still well known.
Yeah, one of the more famous people we'll probably talk about.
Okay. For reasons besides this short story? Or?
Well, this short story is quite famous on its own.
Okay, all right. I don't think I've ever read it or heard of it before, so take that.
Disappointed in you.
Yeah, thank you.
The classic Christmas tale.
Okay. Which we are not reading during Christmas, so thank you for that.
You weren't reading during Christmas.
It's okay. Sorry, you're still reading it every year?
Sure, why not? Let's pretend that I definitely read O. Henry before, not just adaptations of the stuff before.
Okay, well, you can fucking stop getting on my case.
I know of him. Okay. I know of his works. But before this podcast existed, I had never read before.
And I ate his chocolate bars. We don't see me fucking getting on your ass.
They are pretty good. Okay.
Right, yes, sir. O. Henry was also a licensed pharmacist, and he trained under his uncle.
Yeah, he became licensed at age 19.
There you go. I mean, how long did it actually take to get?
I think he started learning when he was 12. It's one of those things. I don't think that the official licensing then, I think for a pharmacist was harder than a doctor technically, because I don't know if doctors were even licensed at this period.
You just trained under one guy and you were good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Yes, and Henry then moved to Austin, Texas in 1882, hoping the air would be good for us. Did he have TB?
I don't think he specifically did. No,
Okay.
he just had general health maladies.
Okay.
It was back in the day where like it was just like you've got bad blood or you have bad air, and so we'd recommend Texas.
Your bile is black and yellow.
Yeah.
Yes, so he hoped that the good old Texan air would be good for his health, and he, came into Austin before all those fucking Libby hipsters came in and ruined it.
I didn't say Libby hipsters. I just said hipsters.
So yes, my apologies. Yes, those famous conservative hipsters. My apologies.
They exist.
I don't know. I really didn't know I could hate hipsters even more.
Uh-huh.
Let's see here. So Henry also played the guitar and the mandolin. So maybe he was actually the first hipster.
That's the joke.
Yeah, there you go.
Dude, who fuck plays the mandolin even in 1882?
You didn't want to steal Kermit's thunder and play the banjo. So how many strings does a mandolin have again?
I assume 6.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm literally making that up.
Okay. It's like a 6-string bass, man.
Maybe.
Let's see. Okay. So besides training to be a pharmacist, I guess.
Yep.
He also worked as a drafter, drew maps, surveys, worked in cigar shops, also did some branch work, and also worked at the First National Bank of Austin.
Yeah, very prestigious.
It's actually still around there.
No fucking clue. I don't think any bank exists in the United States anymore. There's like 3 left.
Good job, guys.
Yep.
Okay. And he also published a weekly periodical, The Rolling Stone, which peaked at a circulation of about 1,500, but then ultimately failed and never, ever saw the light of day again.
Yeah, no one would ever use that branding again.
No, that was just...
Rolling Stone is a stupid name for a magazine.
That definitely should have become a band either. Especially about mandolins as the leading guy.
I'm getting this. Well, yeah, if the Rolling Stones played only mandolins, I don't think they would have gone that far.
Yeah, they could work it.
Yeah, I think they're old enough though to be around during the mandolin time. Hey.
Oh, Keith David.
Still alive?
Yeah.
Good for him.
He's leading Pirates of the Caribbean 7. Who knows?
I believe that. Are there 6 Pirates of the Caribbean movies?
There's
the first 3, and then I think there's 2 more.
Yeah.
One is a prequel, I think.
No, one has like prequel elements,
but it isn't fully a prequel. Okay.
No. Yeah, I think you're right. It's only 5.
It's only 5. So okay, we need to get work fast so we can get 7.
Get there. Yeah. Anyway, so he eloped and.
Yeah. Keep going. Sorry, my fault. I thought you were skipping over a fun part. Keep going. You keep reading.
Thank you. Yes. So he eloped from his asshole pharmacist uncle and married his wife. Like how I phrase that. Sorry, he already married his wife at the time? Or?
No, he eloped and married his wife.
Soon-to-be wife.
No, but he became the wife through the eloping.
The eloping proves they're married.
Yeah, and they got married in 1887. She encouraged his writing, and they had a daughter, Marguerite. I don't know, Margaret in 1889. Porter was either
Athol Estes.
I thought I said her name. I don't know.
Who
cares? Athol Estes, loving wife.
Encourage the arts. Way to go.
Yeah. Porter was either not a good bookkeeper or embezzled. In either case, he was fired from his job at the bank and moved to Houston. The same year he started writing for the Houston Post. Porter was charged with embezzlement and escaped before he had to stand trial in 1896. Porter went to Honduras, living in the it's not the just at a Trujillo. I don't know how to speak. In Honduras they speak Spanish, I presume.
Presume so.
But... Okay, I don't know how they. Trujillo Hotel, and befriended a train robber, Al Jennings.
I'm not an embezzler, guys. I'm not an embezzler.
Yeah, I do like it though. That's just a second. It's like, oh yeah, my friend was a train robber.
We met in the train.
Yeah. I gave her my watch. She said it was very nice.
Oh wow, a nice platinum band there.
Yeah.
Would you like my hair?
Yeah. All his stories are inspired by real life. Prove me wrong.
Mainly his train.
Yes. He returned to the USA when he learned his wife was dying of tuberculosis. See, hey, I figured it out. Well, it's the wife, not him. He cared for her until she passed in 1897. In 1896, Porter was sentenced to 1898. Did I say 6?
Yes.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
In 1898, Porter was sentenced to 5 years in prison, where he worked as a night druggist. So he was given his own room in the hospital wing.
Okay, so is that like an official term, or was he just giving impromptu drugs to people?
No, apparently he ran the pharmacy at night.
Okay.
And so he because of that, he didn't have to like live with the actual prisoners.
Okay.
He got his own room and like hang out with the doctors.
Way to go, Mr. Dufresne.
Yeah, good for him. While he was in prison, he published 14 short stories and for the first time used the pen name O. Henry. That was used for Whistling Dick's Christmas Stocking, which was published first in 1899 issue of McClure's magazine. Fun fact: he had to he forwarded all his stories to a friend because he didn't want publishers to know he was in prison.
Yeah, that might have scared a couple off.
Yep. He was released from prison early in 1901 for good behavior and moved to New York City with his daughter Margaret. He wrote a story a week for over a year for the New York World Sunday magazine, and ultimately wrote over 300 short stories in his lifetime.
Okay.
I think like some numbers are like ridiculous. Some of them were like 385. Some are like 400 something. I'm just saying for 300 because that's fact. Yeah.
It's a number.
Okay. You keep reading.
Yes. So being a widower, he then married Sarah Sally Lindsay Coleman in 1907. And she would adapt their relationship into the novella Wind of Destiny.
Oh yeah, maybe in the future we'll read that.
Year 2, season 2, baby.
Yeah, so season 4 is fun. I got too many things on the list already.
Oh, okay, you updated that. Good. So was she also a writer as well, or?
Like not primarily. This is like apparently her most famous work, I believe, is that. And it's not word for word. It's like it's kind of apparently she plays a bit fast and loose with the novella.
There's some elements, but you know.
Uh-huh.
Yes, and then Henry then died on June 5th, 1910 from complications related to alcoholism, diabetes, and an enlarged heart.
Okay.
And he was described in death as the American answer to Guy de Maupassant.
I have no fucking clue who that is, but I saw a picture of him. He looked cool.
He was the shit. Did he have a cool mustache?
He had a cool mustache. Okay, Everyone in this story has a cool mustache.
Okay.
I want you to know that.
Okay, especially Henry. Or...
Oh, Henry had a great mustache.
Okay,
it was like waxed and like brimmed. It was like very good.
Was it curly or?
Like at the edge.
Tapered. Okay.
Yeah. He did a good job.
All right. So the O. Henry Award was started in his honor starting in 1919.
Yeah.
And is an annual prize named after Porter. And it's making it confusing. And given
the Henry Award is named after him. Yeah.
The O. Henry Award was named after Henry, and given to outstanding English short stories published in the USA and Canada.
Yeah.
Other than some minor gaps, it has been continuously awarded, but now another creates a list of 20 best stories from the year. Yeah,
it's kind of an annoying thing when I look it up because I was confused because it was just like winner, and then it was like first place, second place, third place, and then it became just like here's a list of guys that we like get good writing that year.
Like curated list.
Yeah, not as impressive nowadays to get an O. Henry Award, but still pretty okay.
Look, you fucking beat down your competition. That's the only way we can thrive in the arts world.
Okay, well, I'll do some trivia.
Yeah.
Other pen names he used were S.H. Peters, James L. Bliss, TBD Bowd.
Wow, that's just an unfortunate acronym there.
Yeah, and Howard Clark. There's a whole thing about how he chose the name O. Henry, but according to like other interviews, he like contradicts this story. And it's like I think the main thing is that Henry is just short and sounded nice. He didn't want one that was too many syllables. And the O people say it was because he was in an Ohio prison at the time, so he just said O. Henry.
Well, thank fuck I wasn't in. I don't know. I was here. Arkansas. Fuck it.
A. Henry.
Yeah, there you go.
N. Henry. What's the worst state for this? I don't know what all the state abbreviations are. Nevada Henry. N. Henry. N. Henry.
C. California Henry.
C. Henry. C. Henry run.
No, don't narc me.
C. Henry run away from this country. But back to his wife.
Love that cow.
Yeah. Okay. O. Henry was the originator of the term banana republic. It came from his 1904 novel Cabbages and Kings, which he wrote it while in Honduras. Yeah.
Thanks for doing that, guys.
Yeah, good work. Okay, this is stealing from Wikipedia. Political science professor P.S. Ruckman Jr. and Texas attorney Scott Henson filed a formal application for a posthumous pardon in September 2012. The pardon remains ungranted.
Okay.
They wanted to pardon him for his crimes.
I noticed why wouldn't they fucking forward that?
They've put it forward apparently a couple times. It's just like the government hasn't gotten around to doing it.
Sorry, we need to screw over more people before we.
Apparently, the reason that like prompted them to do it is that Obama like quoted O. Henry when I think he was pardoning his turkeys.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, the Thanksgiving tradition, pardon the turkeys.
Okay.
And so they're like, well, why does the guy that you quoted get a pardon?
Okay. Well, yeah, if Obama's quoting it, I guess I have my answer then. Sorry,
Okay.
in terms of why Texas wouldn't want to, fucking forward that.
Okay. Yeah, that kind of, yeah. Actually, he was convicted in Texas. He was just, I don't know why a whole crime works. Why did he go to an Ohio jail?
I mean, it's the U.S. They outsource their fucking prisons and labor.
Or actually, it might have been a federal crime. I think they said he went to a federal prison.
Well, I guess if he robbed a bank or something.
Yeah, it was embezzlement, which I don't know how laws work. Is all financial crime inherently federal crime?
If it's significant enough, I guess.
It was a small amount. It was only like $500, I think.
Yeah, it was $500 from a fucking
long time ago. Yeah, but still.
Yeah. And the bank might have had like multiple, state accounts or whatever, or states.
Oh yeah, because I think it was because it was a federal audit of the bank.
Okay.
So that I might have made it a federal crime.
Okay, there you go.
That makes sense.
They were the ones investigating.
Yep. From the Wikipedia page, he had an obvious affection for New York City, which he called Baghdad on the subway. Again, stealing from the Wikipedia, Porter O. Henry. That's from Wikipedia. They're the one who called him Porter because it's his real name.
Solomon should edit the entries before we fucking copy and paste them.
How about he doesn't? How about he doesn't put in as much effort as you demand? Okay, Porter gathered ideas for his column by loitering in hotel lobbies and observing and talking to people there, which is a good system.
Yeah. You can't fucking bring your own lived experiences in, just steal everybody else's.
Also, I think he was hanging out in those hotel lobbies because he was an alcoholic. Just like, I'm in a lobby. There's a bar right there.
It's open.
This is work.
I can write this off.
Okay. According to the Riverside Cemetery in Asheville, North Carolina, as of 2023, people have been leaving $1.87 in change on Porter's grave for at least the last 30 years. Cemetery says the money is given to area libraries.
Okay, that's nice. That's nice.
People are not accounting for inflation in this. Also, why not leave the we'll get into the exact number. It was like how much she got paid $20 for the $40 for the haircut.
It was $20.
It was $20, and she had in the watch thing was $21. Yes. Okay.
For that. Well, sorry. Yeah.
The fob was $21.
Yes, and then she had
87 cents left over.
Yes.
Because everyone in the story, I assume, is a tax dodge.
Probably. This isn't the most upper class neighborhood.
Yeah, but also because I think that's maybe secret messages from O. Henry. He's like, don't pay your taxes.
Okay. If you read all the first letters of my paragraphs, you'll eventually learn how to fucking
the secret tax. Yeah, he's a sovereign citizen. He secretly doesn't believe in taxes.
He's the best.
Okay. O. Henry's Full House is a 1952 anthology film. One of the shorts was Howard Hawks' The Ransom of Red Chief, was so poorly received that the studio removed it before the debut. It was then later released as a part of the DVD release.
Like 50 goddamn years later.
Yeah. Like possibly the worst thing Howard Hawks ever made. He has like 2 or 3 Oscars.
Okay, dang. Was he just fucking phoning it in, or?
I don't know. I don't know why this was just bad. I think it's maybe also the original story might be racist.
Yeah.
Ransom of Red Chief.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wiki. O. Henry was particularly popular in Russia in the 1920s and was described by the critic Deming Brown in 1953 as remaining a minor classic in Russia. In 1962, the Soviet Postal Service issued a stamp commemorating O. Henry's 100th birthday, and the film Strictly Business from 1962 was an adaptation of 3 of his short stories.
Okay.
Russia seems to really like him,
a little bit.
At least up until the 1960s. I don't know what they feel of him nowadays.
Don't worry, Khrushchev's,
Ghost too.
Guys, I just want you to know, eat more potatoes, and also read more Full House.
No, I thought he was in the corn.
Oh yeah, sorry, corn.
He was big on corn.
Corn was the best.
Yes. And now here's the moment everyone was waiting for. The Orson Welles connection.
Yay!
Yay. Orson Welles adapted Gift of the Magi for his 1938 November 6th episode of the radio program, The Mercury Theater on the Air. Yay. 100% connection to the short story.
What?
That's I think that might be a first.
Hmm.
Okay. Orson Welles' Great Mysteries also adapted two O. Henry stories, Compliments of the Season and The Furnished Room.
Yes. Mary could only make $1.87 for her beloved. And you know how many French fries I could get for that exact amount?
Less than you would hope with inflation.
I know, but still enough to satisfy me.
Oh, yeah. Like, there's enough French fries in the universe to satisfy Orson Welles.
Temporarily. But then the hunger comes gnawing back.
Okay. Now, this is the thing I'm complaining about. This apparently doesn't actually apply to Orson Welles' Great Mysteries. In his case, apparently he also secretly directed all the like short films that made up that series.
Mm-hmm.
But for like most things where it's like R.L. Stine and Alfred Hitchcock, like they like their names on it, but they had fuck all to do with it. R.L. Stine, though, I think he did write a vast majority of his short stories.
Yeah.
But I think like he would still have his name on stuff, and like he would have very little to do with adaptions. Okay. And that ticks me off. Mm-hmm.
Well, put your name on it.
Yeah, and Alfred Hitchcock Presents. I think he only directed like maybe less than 10% of those things.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so
a little bit.
Just cashing in.
Oh, come on, guys! I've terrorized enough of my female actors.
Yeah, I've terrorized all the women in Hollywood. Now to terrorize everyone in television.
Torrents. I'll just go for torrents.
Yeah, was that made in Hollywood? I think this show was made in Hollywood. Or was it made in England? Feels Hollywood. We'll never know because I'm not going to bother to look it up.
I'm going to immediately forget this.
Okay. Please read the synopsis.
All right, so our abstract for this story.
Synopsis.
No, I have to use a synonym.
Okay.
It's synopsis for this story, as determined by us.
Okay.
A completely unrelatable story in which lower middle class people don't have enough money to effectively participate in consumerism.
Yeah.
Feel bad about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that generally fits the bill.
Yeah, I feel it's generally short and comedic, which I feel fits this story.
Yeah. I mean, no one lets their poverty kind of affect them or anything.
Yeah. There's humor in this poverty.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can just fucking laugh at our situation there. At the very least, fucking break down, but still get back up, get back up, and fucking do it all over again.
I get knocked down, but I get it up again. Yeah, and that's all the song. I know. Ain't nothing gonna keep me down. And then basically repeat those 15 seconds on loop, and that's all I know of the song.
So should we watch the Digimon second movie then?
Or? Second movie?
Or sorry, what's the first movie? The fucking one where they just like stitch a bunch of shit together.
Yeah, they took 3 LVAs and they stitched them together into a movie.
Right. Yes. Okay. There you go.
And it makes it worse, as a matter of fact.
A little bit.
But I want to say that this not Offspring. It is what's the band?
Coldplay.
It's never Coldplay.
Never should be.
No, it's
Smash Mouth.
Smash Mouth. Thank you very much. Right. Smash Mouth. I don't think that's the worst part of the movie.
Okay. There you go.
No.
It's
the bad editing.
Yeah.
Trying to splice things together. It doesn't make any sense.
A little bit.
Yes. Anyways, let's actually get into the short story now.
There you go.
But with our opening remarks,
yes,
I found this quite enjoyable.
Yeah, no.
It's very easy to read.
Yes.
It is humorous.
Yes.
I like the prose.
Yes. Just little, comedically describing things was, on point.
Yeah, I can see how this is very easily adapted to like an episode of a TV show or something.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Would you want to see her just like fucking pouting on like her bed or something?
Yeah, I enjoyed that. I'll take from the line there. There was clearly nothing to do but flop down on the shabby little couch and howl. Yeah, but who is saying that?
We don't know.
Oh yeah, they don't actually say her name for a bit. That's like the weird little thing he does. Because he doesn't introduce the characters' names until like a good like third, almost a third of the way into the story. Yeah, it's so short. In any case, the person who was sobbing was Della Dillingham. Oh yeah, you should also say what your introductory opinions are.
Oh yeah, no, just like I said,
You
like,
disagree with me?
yeah, no, just comedic. Well, yes, no, just I enjoy general short stories and little, just like I said, comedic.
Yeah. He had some asides and things. It was
Yes.
fun. Okay, so the person crying is Della Dillingham because she only has. You don't remember?
$1.87.
Thank you.
That's
All she
hilarious.
has to buy a gift for her husband for Christmas.
Yes, 'cause
her
she-
husband, James,
'cause-
aka Jim.
Yes, fuck you, James.
Yeah.
Because they're not completely penniless, but they do generally have to spend all of what they make on groceries for Christmas, and her husband's wages were just docked.
Yeah,
for
he
$30.
used to make 30, now he only makes 20.
Yes,
And that's less.
and it's Christmas Eve.
Yeah. And they spent a good amount of time describing the room and like how it's not too nice.
Yeah.
And we'll get into a thing at the end where like actually I'll just do it now. She mentions a pier glass in this. Did you ever hear of the term pier glass before?
No, I don't think so.
No, but a pier glass apparently it's a common thing in architecture where you have a window, and then you have a column, and then you have another window, and then you put a piece of like mirror on that column in between the windows, and that's a pier glass.
Okay.
And so she has the joke that's like her pier glass is so thin that you kind of have to like, it's not thin enough for a human body, so you kind of have to like angle yourself and try and figure out how you actually look. Because human bodies, it's a lot thinner than human bodies width, which I find funny. It's a good way of describing poverty in some absurd kind of way.
Yeah, I'm sure he probably lived in one of these fucking places or whatever.
In Honduras, escaping Johnny Law. Maybe all these people are escaping Johnny Law. That's why they're in such a poverty state.
Maybe James is that's the reason why James is going by Jim.
Yeah. She calls me Jim because I'm living under a false name.
Oh, I swear to God, she called me by my birth name. I'm gonna deck her something good.
I don't think he's actually physically abusive.
Yeah, that's right.
I think this might be a loving relationship.
So what we're talking about, a short story that's wholesome. What's that about? In like the 1905s. Come on, James.
Yeah. Actually, 1905. It was initially published in a magazine, then in a collection. And I can't remember what the names of those things were.
I thought it was on.
I think the collection is called 4 Million.
Yes. Yeah, the 4 million. The 4 million.
And the other thing is in just a magazine, which probably doesn't exist anymore.
Probably. No, it actually is in the Rolling Stones. Damn it. All right, so yes, Della is currently distraught at not being able to, give something to show her husband her love. So kind of out of options, she looks at herself in a reflection, kind of literally reflects on her beautiful tresses of hair.
Yeah.
Which look better than Sheba's.
Sheba, classic biblical queen, showing Solomon his due for when he actually did his job.
Yeah, that's the thing I know. It's like I like your nose. You didn't know who Sheba was.
Yeah, no.
Because Sheba's
yes, sorry.
she's very famous.
I mean, besides this one fucking biblical story, or
Yes, and it's like the thing I know her most for is I believe is that the Ethiopian royal family claims lineage to Queen Sheba.
Okay.
And so they, for a long time, they claimed that Queen Sheba actually slept with Solomon during their time together, and so that they are actually the descendants of the Solomon line.
Okay. So what you're saying is the Ethiopians are the true inheritors of Israel.
According to some people, yes.
Let's get to work on that.
Yeah, I'm okay if they take over.
Okay.
Ethiopians, it's their time in the sun.
A little bit. Oh, good Lord. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So
She has hair down to her knees.
yes. So
I'm thinking they would save money if she had shorter hair. They didn't have to shampoo it all so much.
constantly
Yes.
conditioner, all that shit. It's just
Yeah.
horrible, really.
I'm just like, that's where all the money's going.
Mhm.
It's the hair products.
Can you ever wonder why you only have $1 left in spending money? It's you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So she then goes to her local neighborhood wig maker.
Who is Monet Safroni?
Yes, the answer. Not the epitome, the antinomy, I guess.
Antithesis.
Antithesis. There you go. Sorry,
Yeah.
of a sophronie.
Yeah. She is a rather curt woman, but it does take her like 20 minutes to cut all the hair.
Yeah.
I assume what she probably did, she probably cut like a length of hair and then cut another length of hair and then cut another length of hair.
Is it just going like from bottom to top?
Yeah.
Or? Okay.
Yeah, because then it's like you only need so much for a wig.
Hmm.
So it's like she probably wanted like, I don't know, a foot or something of hair.
and then another foot, then another foot, and then another foot.
Hmm.
That's how I assume she did.
Okay.
Instead of just taking a buzz cut off right at the top.
She was the one that had those back then.
Yeah, they did exist.
Okay.
Yeah, hair buzzers are like the thing is like it was still hand powered, but it was like this. It did the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long do we have those for?
Also, like in 1905, you might have an electrical like hair trimmer, like an industrial one around that time because you had electrical like sheep shearers at that time. I'm pretty sure.
But we with this one again would Safran be able to afford that?
I don't know how good a businesswoman she is. We just say she's not very nice, but she might be very good at business.
Yeah. Fucking local neighborhood weight maker.
Yeah, might not be local. Maybe she runs. This is a whole chain. She's a millionaire.
She's in it for the game. Basically.
Yeah.
Yes, and yeah, I was kind of envisioning in my head that she like completely like shaved her down or something, but I think in like one of the main images on Wikipedia they have her just like at short hair.
Yeah. It's like it's enough to still put curls in. Is the thing.
Okay, there you
go. Also, she gets paid $21 for the hair.
Yes,
I wrote that down.
Good job on that.
Oh no! She gets paid $20, and the thing costs $20. Damn it! I'm an idiot. I'm not reading my own notes right.
Stupid bastard. Yes. So, but with the payment for her hair, she then gets just enough money to pay for.
No, this is one of my favorite things.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. And the next 2 hours tripped by on rosy wings. Forget the hashed metaphor. She was ransacking the stores for Jim's presents.
Get all this pro shit out of here. She was going ham.
Yeah, I do enjoy that he was like, I put some whimsy in sometimes, and sometimes this woman's just going to town.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Yes. No. I do. Sorry. That is to describe that better. I do enjoy the narrator as a character.
Yeah. He's putting some effort in this, and it's like one of my other favorite things is like in the beginning. I don't actually have it in my quotes, but I think it's her just like yelling. She saved the pennies by screaming at butchers until they gave in. Please. Yeah, just like until she was like completely destroyed by screaming at people. So that's how she would save a penny.
Oh, that's a good day's work.
Yeah.
Put the effort in.
Yeah, it's only 2,000 words, but I have a very good understanding of these characters.
Who these people are, what the situation is.
At least her. Jim, you get less information on because he's not the main character.
You kind of show up just at the last 3 paragraphs.
Yeah. But you have a vague idea of like she likes him and she puts the effort in for him. She being Della. Thank you. I want to say like Denna, but like no, Denna's not a name.
But it could be.
Okay. Continue with the story.
Yes. So, and as it turns out, the gift that Della wanted to get for Jim was a new special band for his, I think it was a gold watch.
He has a gold watch, and she was getting a fob with a chain.
Oh,
it's a pocket watch. It's not a.
Oh, sorry. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yes, and I think it was like a platinum one.
Yeah, it's platinum. Yes. The platinum super.
I think previously she said it was just like a leather.
Yeah, it's cheap leather.
Yes, which he got from his grandfather.
Yeah, it's his grandfather's one.
Yes, so I get something to match the class of that. So, like we said, it's $21. She has $21.87, so just enough to squeeze by.
Woohoo!
But then she kind of gets a little bit cold turkey after realizing, okay, I'm kind of in the 1900s with 1900s gender norms. He might not appreciate being married to someone with no hair.
Yeah, I have a thing. There's like, there's 2 quotes I'm going to use. If Jim doesn't kill me, she said to herself, before he takes a second look at me, he'll say I look like a Coney Island chorus girl. But what could I do? Oh, what could I do with $1.87? And the second thing she says is like, please God, make him think I'm still pretty.
Let's make him a little gay.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. Jim stopped inside the door as immovable as a settler at the scent of quail.
Oh, God. It's here. And then he shows up. He's just completely stupefied to the point, like he's just repeating himself, asking, okay, your hair's gone. Your hair's gone. Your hair's gone. Like, he's not like, he doesn't freak out. He doesn't get like, angry about it.
Yeah. He's more like confused than he is.
It's like, why would you, I'm curious why you would ever do this.
There doesn't seem to be any anger here.
No. It is a truly supportive relationship as far as we can tell.
Oh, yeah, here it is. Yeah, maybe the hairs on your head were numbered. She went on with a sudden serious sweetness. But nobody could ever count my love for you. Shall I put the chops on, Jim?
just move on.
Yeah. Oh, what's that? That's a funny line.
Yes.
It's good.
Yes.
Romance, pork chops.
This is why you loved me, Chan. We still have pork chops. Always
yes.
pork chops.
Okay.
And I think she also says, like, yeah, come on, this shit will grow back. Come on, don't worry about it.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yes. So they have dinner.
No, they don't get to that. She immediately she wants to put the pork chops on, but he has to say stuff first.
Okay, yes, sorry. So he brings up his gift for her, kind of thing.
He gives her the gift, which was the of course some very, very nice combs.
Yes, I mean porcelain.
No, it's turtle shell and stuff, and with jewels in it.
Oh yes, right. Yes.
Turtle.
He killed the turtles for her.
Yeah.
He's Presley.
The first turtle to ever walk on land.
Yes.
And the last.
Show you what for, you slow son of a bitch. Yes. So likely got. I think Della expects that he got them from like some Broadway, fucking Avenue shop in fancy.
Yeah, she saw them in the window. It was like and fancied them.
Yes, they were beautiful. They were pure tortoiseshell with jeweled rims. So probably worth more than several months' wages.
Yeah, very expensive stuff, I would have to assume. But where'd he get the money for those?
Oh, Jim, who did you kill this time?
Oh, don't worry. I just got this for the bounty.
On that fucking train robber.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill his author friend next.
This is why you associate with train robbers, so you can always turn them in.
Usually they're still on the trains, those ne'er-do-wells. Okay, yes. So, but of course, the irony is that he gives her all these fancy combs when she is in fact nearly bald.
Yeah.
So I think his stupefaction immediately transfers.
It's about his actions, not about hers. I think more than anything else.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry. Yes. Right. He's just like, oh fuck. Oh
yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. It's all about like okay. So the twist is he sold his watch to buy her the combs.
And yes, and she obviously sold her hair to buy him a fancy accessory for his watch.
Yes, and so that it's a good little twist. Apparently, a thing that O. Henry is commonly criticized for was that he a lot of his short stories end in little twists. And so it's like for a person like me, like that's fun. It's a nice little ending.
Yes, and it's not like someone being murdered at the end of the thing.
Yeah, it's not like and then the grisly murder. It's like here you go. It's a nice little thing. Like this is a story that like there's a Rugrats version of this. Like I know.
I mean, there's a fucking Futurama sketch about this.
Yeah, but I'm talking about Rugrats is like that's children media for like dumb children.
Yeah.
And it's like this is an acceptable story for dumb children. It's light reading. It gives you a nice little feeling for Oh yes, yeah, I know what you're looking at.
Yes. Well, we'll get into that.
Yes. You could read the thing from Futurama in a second.
Thank you.
Anyways, there's a few little things like just couple minor quotes before I get to my favorite ones. Okay. That's the very end one. What's one's yours? Okay, $8 a week or $1 million a year. What is the difference? A mathematician or a wit would give you the wrong answer. The Magi brought valuable gifts, but that was not among them. This dark assertion was to be illuminated later on. That was just one of his lines. Yeah, just found that amusing. It's
foreshadowing.
Yeah.
You know, guys.
I gotta respect a guy just saying, I'm going to illuminate this now. Just a second.
Hold on, it's coming.
Yeah. Okay. Any other notes, I guess, before we get to the quotes? I enjoyed the sarcastic commentary. It's very to the point.
Yes.
And another thing, it's like they started the story as close to the end as possible, which I like.
Yeah.
It's Christmas Eve. It ends on Christmas.
Yes, we didn't have a whole fucking prologue scene of like, oh hey, I need to budget myself for my grocery shopping or whatever.
Yeah, I actually don't. Did it actually end on Christmas, or literally just end a few hours later?
I mean, just add, like I said, I thought they just brought up the matter like right then. That's Christmas Eve.
Yeah. So I guess evening, like it literally is like this whole story is maybe 3 or 4 hours most.
However long Sofnori took.
Yeah. She spent 2. Yeah, it was a few. It was like less than an hour to cut the hair, and then it was like
on to buying the book.
Yeah, and then that took 2 hours. Within 40 minutes, her head was covered by a thin, closely lying curls. Yeah. So, like this whole story is maybe like 4 hours long.
And that's probably less than how much it took for us to both read it.
No, it takes you like if you have a good reading pace, you can do this in like easily 10 minutes.
Yeah, there. Yeah, I said less.
Yeah,
Less.
but I'm just saying like how much, like very short, well under 4 hours. Even with me taking notes, it probably only took me like 30 minutes at most to read the whole story.
Except for you're sleepy like me for the entire week. So
Okay. Okay. In any case, any other things before we get into the quotes?
so did you want to go over like inflation rates for?
Oh yeah, that was your all your notes are just muddy.
I was curious. I'm sorry. Look, I have to prove how much consumerism doesn't matter by proving how much money they were wasting on all this.
Yes, I love like this story is about how the gift is the emotions of the gift is what matters.
Yes.
Neil's takeaway from the story is, well, that's not that much money, now is it?
Oh my god, you just cheap sons of bitches.
Yeah. Okay, do us your inflation. Give us
Okay.
the values.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, I mean, totally fucking accurate ratings, I'm sure, from all these third-party websites. Let's see here. So for $21 for the watch band, where's I watched the little kind of
Fob and chain.
Fob and chain. That'll probably be about $700, I believe.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Oh.
$8. Let's see here.
For their apartment.
Yep. For their weekly apartment rent, that would be $296.
So that rounds up to about 300, 300. So that's about $1,200 a month in rent.
Yeah.
Which is quite believable.
Yeah. I mean, did they ever go into like the dimensions of their apartment besides the fucking windows there?
I assume it's like, I think they described it vague, like it's vaguely small based on things. It's not in very good condition. And of course, like you can't make the buzzer ring no matter how hard you try.
Yep, so there you go.
It's just the low quality, but it's also in New York because I believe when they said Broadway, they mean literally it was on Broadway.
No, they're in Jersey, actually.
But then it's unlivable.
I know. What's the point?
They're paying $1,200 to live in Jersey?
I know. That's why they put the mirror there so you can't see outside into Jersey. Okay. Anyway, yes.
Avert your eyes when you approach the window.
Subjects have been known to melt, like everything else.
Okay.
And also, Jim's $20 wages would be about $740 as well.
Which is relatively low, especially for New York. That's barely livable.
Yeah, but that's weekly once again. So
yeah, but for a month, that's like ×4. That's still like in New York, I think like the median wage, it's got to be at least $1,000 a week.
You hope so.
It's just very expensive to live in New York.
A little bit.
That was a thing my mom got into for a long time. Not for a long time, but for like a month or so. She loved watching tours of like tiny apartments in New York.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, people are living in these places and they're moving up in the world. She's like, they're trying.
The American dream, James. The American dream.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Like my dad and I went to New York one time, and we went to this old
Hotel?
preserved one.
Yeah,
from that would have been used in the late 1800s.
Yeah, but a hotel. You don't live in your hotel room.
No, sorry, not hotel. I mean like an apartment.
You lived in an apartment?
No, we didn't live there. I'm just saying we went for like a tour that took us to a preserved like late 1800s hotel apartment. Damn you.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about places people still live today.
Yes, I know. Oh, I'm sure someone still lives there.
Okay.
Surreptitiously.
Okay. In any case, I'm going to do my quote now.
Okay. Yes, please do.
Okay. No, I already read my quote. Damn it. I'm doing it again now, though. Oh, and the next 2 hours tripped by on rosy wings. Forget the hashed metaphor. She was ransacking the stores for Jim's presents. I love that.
It's great.
It's a guy getting tired of his own prose.
And her.
Yeah.
All right, and then she did all this other shit. I won't bother. Thank you. We won't be interested.
Okay, now to your quote.
Okay, well, we had a couple, and we kind of went over a couple of them.
Yeah, it's very quotable.
So I know. So I kept to 3. So thank you.
Okay.
All right. There was nothing to do but flop down on the shabby little couch and howl. So Della did it, which instigates a moral reflection that life is made up of sobs, sniffles, and smiles, with sniffles predominating. A perfect description of the human condition.
Human condition, mostly suffering.
Yes, especially snotty noses.
Yeah. This is before Kleenex were invented, maybe.
Oh, that sucks. Why did you ever bring that up?
A fun fact, apparently, about Kleenex. Originally designed, I think, as a makeup, it was designed to clean off your makeup at the end of the day.
Okay.
But then they started they sent out a survey and it's like, hey, do you ever use our product for anything else? And it's like, number one thing is like, I use it to blow my nose.
Okay.
And they're like, oh, we should advertise it for that then.
So it's like the Viagra of makeup products.
I don't think it was originally used for erections. But I know Kleenex are definitely used in stuff related to erections all the time.
No, you don't say.
Yeah. You're the one who started this.
I was just making a point about heart condition versus erection. Anyway.
That's what I had rewrote the story.
Yes, sorry. We'll use your minds in the gutter, good sir.
Mhm.
Okay, anyway. Second quote. Out of his trance, Jim seemed quickly to wake. He unfolded his Della for 10 seconds, let us disregard with discreet scrutiny some inconsequential object in the other direction.
Yeah.
He just sensed you guys. They want to see you seeing this romance on the other side of the room. Come on. I feel that'd be like a Monty Python or like Naked Gun. Just point the camera in the other direction, Jim.
No, it was like well, it is a standard trope, and then it went to dark or something, panned away or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like when you do it directly like this, explicitly, yeah, that becomes parody.
A little bit. Yeah. Yes, and then you already mentioned this as well. Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
The Magi brought valuable gifts, but that was not among them. This dark assertion will be illuminated later on.
Yeah.
So. Thank you, narrator. You were an able teller of this tale.
Thank you for keeping us up to date on the ongoings.
You're so big.
Okay. Now for the words. The words we learned.
Or just general concepts as well.
Okay.
Queen of Sheba has multiple words.
I guess. Okay. Parsimony, the quality of being careful with money or resources. Thrift. I think, yeah. I should have known that one probably.
I've heard it I've heard it. I think I've heard it, but I probably can tell you exactly.
Yeah. The thing is about me reading a lot of this stuff now is I'm not letting words slide as much anymore. I probably a lot of the time would pass. So like I read a word and like I sound it out. I know how to say it, but I don't really understand the meaning.
I get the general context of what you're saying.
Yeah. But now I'm like putting the effort in saying like, what the fuck is going on here?
Okay. Why would you use this?
Yeah. Mendicancy.
Mendicancy.
Mendicancy?
Mendicancy.
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 Medicis?
Medici.
It's Medicis.
Mm.
Okay. Mendicancy, the condition of being a person who begs.
Yes.
That's how they describe their apartment.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah.
Because, they're beggars.
Yeah.
Jumping it up or the narrator will get angry at you.
Yeah, we don't know where Jim was doing technically. Maybe he was begging.
Once again,
The begging rates dropped to 20 a week.
My begging union's going to be so disappointed in me.
Oh, no. Vestibule. Like, this is a word I've definitely heard a million times, but I never looked at the definition.
It's just like a general term for
Yeah, vestibule, a passage, hall, or room between the outlet door and the interior of a building. Lobby. Like, I have a vestibule in my house.
I know. I've been there multiple times.
Yeah, I never know. I just say that bit between the doors. Like, the landing is what I usually call it.
It's okay. That's slightly less syllables than vestibule. So
yeah,
get that.
Okay. Pier glass, or define it, a mirror which is placed on a pier, i.e. a wall between two windows supporting an upper structure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, an air shaft, a vertical or near vertical opening shaft running from the courtyard to the sky, thus allowing air to circulate to high-rise apartments or offices. Okay, yeah, it's pretty straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
Sophrony, a given name derived from the Greek word sophron, which means moderate, prudent, and sane.
All of these qualities I ascribe to my woodpecker. As she holds a pair of scissors in my general direction.
And enfolded, to collapse within the arms, embrace.
Okay, did you seriously not know this one?
I know folded. I didn't know enfolded.
Okay.
That doesn't sound right. Apparently, it's a real word.
I know.
If I ever read it outside of that context, I would say, did you fuck up? But I can't question O. Henry if he knows how to use the English language. He definitely does.
You can't really question that for somebody who's written more than 300 short stories.
Yeah, enfolded. Like, embrace is like a word I would use all the time. I would never use the word enfolded.
Enfolded in your embrace.
I guess.
I'm pretty sure I've heard a couple quotes.
You probably have, yes, you have. But now I've actually looked it up. I know, it makes sense.
You know things.
Yes. Okay, on with your words.
Yes, so kind of went over the first one. Queen of Sheba, biblical ruler that gave Solomon some lavish gifts.
Yep.
James already mentioned mendicancy, so it's about the quality of being mendicant or a beggar.
Yep.
It is apparently not to do with being a killer AI.
Okay, this is a reference to Amazing Digital Circus, I presume.
Nope.
Damn it.
You just want to keep on listing AI series, or should I?
Well, I was gonna say Peanut Basket.
Peanut Hamper.
Peanut Hamper. Peanut Hamper's boyfriend?
No. It's not Star Trek.
Okay. Then it's in Star Wars.
Nope. It's not really all of droids, but they're not really sentient most of the time.
I just remember, all I remember for droids is that one that says, "I guess I'm in charge now."
I guess I'm the commander now. Wait, no, sorry. No, wait, don't shoot. I'm not the commander. He's the commander. Bang. I guess I'm the commander.
Okay.
Okay, do you want to tell you?
Yeah, just tell me.
Okay, there you go. Sorry. So for all of you Halo lorists out there, there's an AI called Mendicant Bias, who the guys who built the Halos also built him.
Okay.
To combat the flood, but the flood ended up basically corrupting him, and so he basically led the Mendicant Bias ended up leading all the flood against the Forerunners in the big Titanic battle at the very end of their war, until the Forerunners fired the Halos, killed everyone, and then they just stick their own little counter insurgent AI to just kill Mendicant Bias and lock him up someplace where he couldn't do anything else.
Yeah. For those of you who came to here for the O. Henry, here's your Halo facts.
Hey, you could do fucking Orson Welles fucking correlations. But
you want to include the Halo correlation in every single one?
Yep.
Okay. Good luck with that.
Fucking, we can do Bible references in this. There's Bible references in this. We can do Bible references in Halo. Take that.
Well, the Halo is ripping pages from the Bible. I'm not gonna say it.
Literally.
Yeah. Okay, here's your last word.
Okay, yes. So meretricious.
Yeah.
So all flesh and no substance.
Yeah, to appear to have merit, but without it.
Yes. Yes. So
that's everything we wanted to do. Oh, you want to?
I wanted to. Okay. Well, I think James and Solomon wrote their own abstract about the basis of the series, but
you're gonna take some abstract from some actual professional writers,
possibly.
Okay.
Yeah. I sold my hair to a wig maker so I could buy a set of combs for Jim. Oh, the irony. I sold my hair so I could buy this fucking watch band from Zoidberg. Thank you. This will come in handy for my new hair. Finally, I look as pretty as I feel. Yes, there's a skit in Futurama where two characters kind of take off their Santa hats on Christmas Day, and they both reveal they're completely bald. And then the third character, Zoidberg, takes off his Santa hat and shows he has
both their hairs. Yes, he bought their hair.
Yes, can join together. And now they've explained the joke.
Yes,
much better off for it.
Yes.
So, yeah, there you go.
It's one thing I know about animated series. They're funniest when described vaguely for audio podcast.
Audio descriptions, they're the best.
Okay, here we go. All right, that's we got to end it now.
Yeah.
Just like Futurama, we have to end it and then come back later and then end it and then come back again.
The new set of producers.
Okay. Thank you for listening. Please come back for the next episode. I don't know if it's going to be next week. You can listen to these whenever they're out. Listen to them when you can. Listen to them 5 or 7 times. There might be ads on them that might be paying us money.
Wherever will take us, please.
Yes,
please.
We need the money. Please. I need the money, specifically me.
Always.
Okay, next week we'll be eating Wayne Swang. This is gonna be a tough one to talk about.
Yeah, really.
Wayne Swang by William Bootling. Bottling.
I think you're pronouncing the title better than his name.
Okay, so come back for that.
See you guys. Love you. Bye.
Yeah. I don't need an about section.
What about an other section?
I always include that, and it's useless.
Well, I feel like it's usually just covered by everything else we do on here.
Yeah, it's not. There's no particular point in it. It might be it'd probably be something like if we had a live event coming up, I could put it in the other section, but we do not have a live event coming up.
Hey, don't worry. We're debuting this podcast 2 weeks before the actual debut, so everyone can get the spoilers beforehand.
I'm talking about the Amazing Digital Circus, but not actually talking about the Amazing Digital Circus.
I was trying to be subtle about it.
Oh, yeah, really subtle.
Yes, I know. Thank you.
You can look up and see if those tickets are even available now. I don't think they are.
Did you look it up on Empire Theaters beforehand? Or?
No.
Okay.
I have not looked into this.
Let's see here.
Looking up some stuff on a website. Singing poorly to fill airtime is a cardinal sin.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah, just sitting around wasting the audience's time.
Are you actually recording stuff right now? Yes, you are.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, this is our bullshit section.
There you
Oh,
go.
okay.
So you're nothing on Cineplex. So
Might just not be coming to Canada too.
let's see.
I don't know if Cineplex goes out that far for their scheduling, anyways.
Yeah, no, there's a page.
Okay.
Just wasn't showing up on that one for some reason.
I'm incredibly suspicious of this now.
What the hell?
I assume there's some sort of tax dodge involved.
Just saying it's in Canada, but not actually.
Yeah. How dare they?
Okay, it says that the Cineplex website says tickets go on sale on late April. So, yeah.
We're in mid-April.
We're in the shitty part of April.
I guess. I'm not here to judge April.
April has like the most weirdly timed hailstorms for no reason.
I don't think they're weirdly timed. Whatever. Sure. I don't know if there's such thing as a weirdly timed hailstorm. There's only badly timed hailstorms.
Okay, you don't think it's weirdly timed when it happens like June or something?
No, I just don't like hailstorms. And so I'm like, never find it weird. I'm just like, this isn't good.
This is just a
I do not enjoy this.
pain in the ass.
Yep, this is terrible.
Just like this conversation.
Our vamping is great.
Vamping.
It's kind of vamping. It's like vamping. It's just a thing you do to fill time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You never heard that phrase before?
No, sorry. I'd always just thought it was,
Vampiring.
Well, no, like I'll say everyone gushing about everyone's favorite Metal Gear Solid character.
Like I'm not going to grit into this. But you've heard the term vamping before, right?
No, not really. No.
Now look it up. See,
Okay.
make sure I'm not making shit up.
Okay, there you go.
I'm quite certain vamping is just the process of just like filling time before an act comes on, typically.
All right. Attach a new upper to a boot or a shoe. Repeat a short, simple passage of music. The band was vamping gently behind his busy lead guitar.
Yeah, I think they're doing that before they can actually do stuff. To vamp.
Blatantly set out to attract. She had not vamped him like some wicked Jezebel.
Okay, I don't. What?
Are you vamping our audience right now, James?
I'm trying to have a cult, but that's unrelated. I'm telling you, the difference between a fandom and a cult is not much.
Mm-hmm. The line is a little bit thin there.
Yeah. I'm trying to erode that line so that I can have. Listen, I'd like to make. Would I like to make a living doing this? Not really. But it's better than my current job, which is nothing.
Mm-hmm. There you go. I mean, it's more creatively fulfilling, I guess, than
Nothing.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, I think you kind of mentioned it previously, but
Yep.
Well, sorry, not in this, but like in our other correspondences. But I don't know. Would you generally prefer a job that actually has like some meaningful contribution to society?
Yeah. I would like that. I've never had a job that does that.
There you go.
So I would like to have one where I contribute to society in some way.
I mean, hey, you're doing environmental surveys and making sure.
I don't do that.
What?
I do geotechnical work, which is just me standing at the site and kind of just taking pictures so an engineer can pretend that he actually knows what's going on site.
There you go.
It is literally completely worthless.
And thus the chain is secured.
Yeah. I have been repeatedly told by like foremen and stuff just asking me to leave because there's like they knew it was like you're just driving up the bill. There's no real point in you being here.
And demoralizing everybody.
Yeah. If I just show up like once a month or like every single day, it doesn't make a difference as far as they're concerned. Yep. Total waste of time.
Is there anything in your field that would actually fit that bill then? Or
like something that provides value?
Yeah.
Some people they test the concrete to make sure it's up to grade, but like the only all concrete should be up to grade. It's just a lot of people cheap out on the making of it, and like and as long as you just have a vaguely reputable concrete supplier, it will be fine. But like I don't like you'd have to really go out of your way to fuck up concrete.
I mean, there's like the cheaper stuff we generally use just seem to get replaced constantly.
No, it's just like it's not about that. It's just like we don't do long-term. Nobody does long-term testing. The thing they just do is like in concrete you have gravel, you have sand, and you have Portland cement, which bonds it all together. And Portland cement is the expensive thing. So all concrete makers try to put in as little Portland cement as they physically can to get away.
Okay.
And if you're a vaguely reputable place, you put in a little bit more than enough so that the thing is good. But if you're an asshole and you want to make it as cheap as possible, You cut out a ton of important set, and this stuff falls apart.
More sand, please.
Yeah, and so that's just like just deal with somebody vaguely reputable, and you'll be fine.
You say that.
Yeah, but it's like, well, the whole entire construction industry is like someone vaguely reputable does not exist, really. Everyone's trying to cut corners everywhere.
Wonder why shit's falling apart.
Yeah, that's what happens when we, I don't know, just want to make some money.
What makes your people to live on? What's that about?
Yeah. Okay. Do you do anything that's completely pointless at your job? No.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
Every single moment is more valuable than the last.
Everything was meant to secure the library. Damn you.
Do you spend a lot of time waiting around at your job?
I mean, yeah, there are definitely things we're waiting for because my job is mainly about the mail.
Uh-huh.
So,
oh yeah, so when you get kind of screwed, but they just assign you to other stuff though, I assume.
well, it's mainly just like, okay, this other department has this equally low level task that they're not enjoying doing. So,
Okay.
yeah, here you can go.
Here's
help
some
out
grunt
that kind
work. Okay, that's fine.
And I'm also part of like the OHS committee in like the particular building I'm at. So
Operational health and safety.
Yep.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
You try not to stab people too much.
the blood kind of gums up, the elevator after a bit.
That's you're doing all the stabbing in the elevator.
Yes, it's a perfect spot.
That's right. If I'm gonna stab somebody, I gotta do it in the elevator.
Yes, contains the screams.
I don't know what the soundproofing on the elevator is. I assume it actually is fairly high because probably on the outside of the elevator, that's really loud, I assume. Like all the chunking and all the mechanical bits. And you don't hear it that much in most elevators.
Yeah, on this one you might.
Oh, okay. That's also the screams of the victims.
And the onlookers.
This is more of a thing from the last week's story, not from this week's story.
God, hey, I'm pretty sure she just choked him out.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, speaking of that last time, should I just make sure I'm like quiet as possible to avoid blowing out everyone's ears?
Yeah, you can do whatever. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
It is like listen, I think I find it interesting is like I know for if you're a big podcaster or YouTuber thing, they get the statistics about like watch time on videos, like when people stop watching and dropping off.
Mm-hmm.
Like our quotes are near the end, so I don't know if anyone's even gonna get that far.
Mm-hmm.
I would like if we do this and we get vaguely popular, I'd like to do like a video just a podcast all about like statistics. So like your average listener listens maybe 5 minutes out of an hour-long podcast or something.
If that.
Yeah, I don't know. I assume most of anybody that stumbles upon us will just like I think they'll just turn off like from the first 5 minutes. Yeah.
They'll expressly dislike it.
Yeah. People on YouTube, I think our best luck is just auto playing.
Mm-hmm. This just randomly showed up on someone's mix.
Yeah. That's what I'm hoping for.
There you go.
That's apparently a big thing. Lots of people, they just watch whatever like comes up like YouTube. Like I don't have that set on YouTube. I don't have it to autoplay like ever. It's just like when the video's over, I'll make my own goddamn decision.
You do not control me, algorithm.
Yeah, but apparently a lot of people, it's like the YouTube video ends, load up the next one, please.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever the hell that is.
I mean, it's what the mixed playlists and short sections are expressly built around.
Yeah, and I don't use either of those, though.
I mean, I think I like occasionally like click a video on accident because I think like, oh, hey, this is something I was watched previously or whatever, and then it's like, oh no, here's like 80 other fucking things I don't want to look at.
Yeah, I explicitly installed an add-on for Firefox which hides all shorts on YouTube.
Oh,
yeah, it just gets rid of them now.
Okay. You make your own shorts. Don't have time for anyone else.
I made one short. It got 1,000 views, and that was it.
Balls like your clips and stuff.
Yeah, but those are different from clips. Shorts, clips and shorts are different.
They're auto-looping videos, basically.
No, but the main thing is that the shorts are specifically designed to be like vertical videos.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And I don't watch that.
I don't respect that.
Yeah, I have a general lack of respect for this service.
For this art form, damn you.
I don't call it an art form. just a medium or what have you.
It takes hard work to change the aspect video of an already widescreen video, damn you.
Yeah, I gotta crop that stuff in. Make it needlessly blurry for everyone involved.
Put in AI subtitles that don't properly transcribe anything.
Yeah. Oh, and that's the thing apparently I learned is that if you ever see like a YouTuber and they've got like their subtitles are always like either one word at a time or 2 or 3 words at a time, that's because it's just AI automatic things.
Yeah.
Because it's just like instead of pacing it out properly, it just like it pops up when it in the timeline. Yep. Instead of if you wanted to make it like an actual sensical subtitle, that would take human editing. AI can't do that effectively, apparently.
Don't worry, our transcribing jobs are secured. Sorry, mine.
Yeah. What was the last time you transcribed a thing?
Want to say probably maybe late last year.
Late last year. So it's only been what, 5 months?
Yeah. I have a hunger, damn you.
A hunger not to do that?
Sure, let's go with that.
Okay. I assume that was Avatar related.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Have they stopped? Are they still making podcasts?
Well, I think given the Paramount like buyout, I think most of like the executives that were in charge of that kind of got let go. So
they're legally stopped making podcasts.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh well.
So anyway, they stopped halfway through Korra. So
okay, really?
Yeah.
They didn't finish Korra?
Nope.
Is there like commentaries for each episode at least? Because I remember for the original Avatar thing, there's only commentaries I think on some episodes.
Or well, this is a different like the DVD commentary and stuff. So.
Is it the creators though?
They only come for like the beginning of for the Avatar ones, and this is different, but once again for the DVD commentaries, they came in for like a couple interviews every now and then here and there, and then for the Korra ones, I think they like just popped in like at the beginning and maybe at the end.
This is like we're gonna get into a thing in the episode, and I'm gonna bring this up, and I think it's bullshit.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you, me.
You're the best.
Why are you saying you're welcome when it's the thing I'm doing for myself?
I provided vocal accompaniment, damn you.
Neil stood 20 feet away while James did something.
I mean, I was planning on doing that actually.
It would be fun to record like this podcast where like at some point we're both driving in opposite directions. Like we're both literally trying to get as far away from each other during the production of the podcast.
Oh fuck, we're at the Armdale Road right now. We're just doing circles in front of each other.
No. Is there anything legality that means I can't just keep going in circles in the roundabout?
Everyone's probably just getting pissed off at you.
I understand if people are angry, but is it a crime?
You're recklessly endangering people.
Yeah, it's probably reckless and endangering. That's just the term reckless endangerment will stop all crime. And by which crime I mean fun.